Declan Kearns, officials in football. Who are the officials in football? In football, there is the referee, the linesman, the fourth official, the assistant referee, and the reserve assistant referee. Which official is in charge of the match? The referee has full control of the match and will have the last say of all decisions. The referee also has the authority to enforce any rule of the game. How do the officials make sure they are consistent and the rules are applied consistently in various situations? The officials make sure they are consistent by establishing early in the game how the game is going to be judged, discussing the various occasions where a final decision has to be made, e.g. when a tough decision needs to be made, a referee may consult his linesman or may ask VAR if available to reach a final decision. 3 situations where a referee may need to be consistent. A referee will give free kicks to make it a fair game for both teams in all types of situations. A referee will also give yellow cards when it is necessary. For example, if a player dives to try and get an advantage, a yellow card may be shown. A referee will also stop play if a player is injured, which will give chance for the team to either give a quick treatment for the player or substitute said player off. What equipment does the referee need? A referee needs 2 waterproof watches with stopwatches installed to control the game and stoppage time. They will need a whistle, a notepad and a pen, and a red and yellow card for bookings. What roles and responsibilities does a lineman ensure? A lineman is an official who assists the referee by determining whether a player is offside or if there is a potential foul out of sight from the referee. Where should the officials be situated and how many are there? There are 5 officials in football. The referee is on the pitch following the flow of the game. The linesmen are situated next to the left back of each team. The reserve and fourth official are situated between each team's dugout or technical area. Why is it important for the referee to be accurate and what signals are used? If the referee is inconsistent, it could alter the outcome of the game and could create an unfair advantage for one team. The referee has multiple hand signals, such as if a goal is scored, the referee will blow his whistles and use both hands parallel to point to the centre spot, or if the referee is referring to VAR to come to a decision, they will blow the whistle and create a box shape with their hands. How do the officials communicate with other officials? The referees or linesmen may sometimes communicate through earpieces, but if they don't, they may have specific signals if necessary, such as if a linesman needs to signal to the referee that a corner should be given, he will use his flag and point in the direction of the corner toward the floor. What are the roles and responsibilities of the fourth official? The fourth official assists all other officials. This involves dealing with players, substitutes and the club officials, especially during a match. Where should the fourth official be situated? In a game situation, the fourth official will spend their time in the vicinity of each team's technical areas. Finally, can you list at least 5 different rules within football? Offside. If a player is in an offside position, this being any part of the body which is behind the last player of the defending team, the player will be stopped and possession will be switched. But this rule only applies if you're in the opponent's half. Extra time. If the game is equal at full time, there will be an additional 30 minutes extension of the time, and this time will be split into 2 15-minute halves. This rule is mainly used during knockout games such as tournaments, World Cups or Euros. Fouling. This is when an opposing player uses an unfair act on their opponent to try and recover the ball into their possession. Handball. This is when a player deliberately uses their handball to touch the ball. This will result in a yellow card, but in some circumstances it may result in a straight red. Personal protective equipment. All players are required to wear shin pads as a form of protection to reduce the risk of any serious or long-term injuries on the pitch. Declan Kearns, officials in badminton. Can you name the officials in badminton and what they do? In individual matches, they require a total of 6 officials, 4 line judges, 2 for each side of the court positioned at the baseline, who indicate whether a shuttlecock is in or out, a service umpire, and an umpire. What are the roles and responsibilities of the chair umpire, and where do they sit? Also, what signals do they use and how do they communicate with each other and the player? To ensure the match is judged in accordance with the rules and regulations of the BWF and any other regulation pertinent, in badminton, if a player fails to hit the shuttlecock when serving, the line judge will open their right hand and lightly touch their palm with their left. The umpire will then signal either left or right to determine who gets given the point. What are the roles and responsibilities of a line judge? Each line judge has their responsibility to call whether a shuttlecock has overgone the call and will either give a point or disallow a point to the specific player they are surveying. What are the roles and responsibilities of the umpire within badminton matches? The duties that an umpire has to ensure the steady flow of a badminton match and that it is conducted as the rules intend the game to be conducted. Can you explain the different signs used by officials in badminton? A service judge will lift up the open hand with the palm facing out to indicate a fault due to the racket hand facing up. Another signal is the left turn. This is extending your left arm out with all fingers extended and point left with your index finger. If the shuttlecock lands inside the line, no announcement is needed. The line judge will just point their right hand at the line. Why is it important that the officials are consistent and accurate in badminton? It is important that the officials are consistent because it gives the players an equal game, and also they can be more even with calls out in badminton. This will create a fair game for both players. Finally, can you list at least 3 rules within badminton? Second serves. They do not allow second serves within badminton. Once the first serve is taken, the point is awarded to the opposition and they begin the round with a serve. Fouls. An example of a foul is if any body part comes into connection with the shuttlecock. If you are caught, the point is handed over and there will be a serve to restart the game. A double fault. This is a situation when the umpire calls a fault on the receiver of a serve. At the same time, a service judge calls for a fault on the serving player. This will result in no points being rewarded.